Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, two NFC clubs going head-to-head, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Your 2026 Carolina Panthers.
Ready for football now from sunny North Carolina. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken first overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
First play from scrimmage, Stafford. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
We'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8. Young. He'll get this to his running back, Dowder. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a third down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Young will set to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Roger McCreary in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. On fourth down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal.
And
this a 39-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down. A gain of 7. And a Rams first down.
Now Stafford. Over the middle to Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
First run now for Kyren Williams. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And nothing much materializing there in the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. The 3rd down conversion is successful. Give them 12 yards that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It leads to second.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Throwing is Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's good for a Rams first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Williams looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. On second and goal, standing alone in the backfield is Williams. They'll give it to him again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now Stafford on third and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up fourth down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Harrison Beavis on for the field goal. A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Young. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Xavier Smith deep for L.A. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Now Stafford. Pass complete there to Nacua. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's Stafford. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
They'll get that complete to Parkinson. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and goal, Los Angeles.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Williams is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Now for the point after.
For the extra point.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Panthers 3.
set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And it will be an excellent return here all the way down inside the 25-yard line. What a play.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. They run here with Dowdle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First down.
Now that was a big run. It takes them all the way down to the 1-yard line, and that'll shake the confidence of any defense. So when they're looking for a little bit of support now, looking at their defensive coordinator, if I'm him, I dial up some pressure. I just go after him, because otherwise you're simply playing back on your heels, and that's not going to help your defense at all.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and
They're
goal.
right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
Dowdle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Here's Ryan Fitzgerald to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's Kyron Williams running out for another possession. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Brings up second.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Stafford. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line.
Rams, first down. A gain of 16 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. Bobby Brown on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now it's Stafford. It's caught here by Adams. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Slot man moves right. Out of the gun, Stafford. To the right side and complete to Atwell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw is Stafford. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Got a man, that's Leggett. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 27-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Young to throw it. That one complete to Leggett. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Young working out of the gun. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On the run, it's Dowdle. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
It's a gain of 7.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Panthers going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. Here is Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Third down, Young from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Panthers first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
The tight end in motion right. A running play, it's Dowdle. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off the play fake, Young. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now Young. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
10 at the 36-yard line.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. It's Young off play action. Now he'll tuck this and run. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Young to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Rico Dowdle. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will tie things up at 13. So that one a long 11-play drive. And Carolina scores to cap it off. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective, because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
2nd and 10. Stafford now to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45.
It's
A gain of 22.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throws left side. Atwell's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They run again with Dowdle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's Byron Young, who ranged in that time and stopped him for a loss.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool him on that play.
Young now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Touchdown, Carolina. Rico Dowdle with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Panthers have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown.
Ryan Fitzgerald.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And that's complete to Adams. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Tershawn Wharton, the one to get him to the ground on the defensive side.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Throwing is Stafford. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36.
That's good for our Rams. First down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Brings up second and 8.
From the 20, here's second down and 8. Again, it's Stafford. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. looking to put a drive together. Following the interception, Young. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The play fake. Now Young. Got a man. That's Leggett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
On play action, Young. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
6-yard line.
Again, it's Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Young. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That one complete to Leggett. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
So now after the field goal, Fitzgerald back out there to send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth. They'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And here's a fake on a jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Going to be tipped. Oh, no, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Defensively, well done to jar that free. I'll tell you what, though, offensively, he's got to be lucky after the catch and the fumble that didn't go too far away from him.
And the way the football is shaped, it's not built to bounce true, is it? It can squirt in any direction and move in any way. He was so lucky. Thank his lucky stars, he was able to get that one back.
To throw is Stafford. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Stafford. And that's incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
That 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Stafford. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Back to throw, Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyron Williams. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Rams have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Rams 20.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Second and 9. From the shotgun, it's Young. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now Young. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Young. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. In motion, the tight end. Young off the play fake. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Young to throw it. And it's caught.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Panthers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
On is Fitzgerald now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. Gets around him. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Stafford. Pass complete. It's Adams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Stafford. And that's caught by Williams.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Stafford now to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. Now it's Stafford. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball, you end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. One last throw here for Stafford. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.